So now we're gonna get to the good part, okay? I'm gonna highlight underneath my eye. I wasn't gonna do a full look, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of shadow without the brows, okay? I look crazy, don't I? I look crazy? I look a little nuts, right? Yeah, I can see it. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'll draw me on some brows. Where should I put my brow? Up here? You want them up there? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my brow up there. But first, I have to conceal my under eye because I look sleepy, especially with no brows. I'm out here looking crazy. So we're gonna wake up this face a little bit with a little bit of this CoverGirl concealer. Okay, and this right here. Just give me some. So I'm gonna just pat that. I'm gonna let this dry down a bit. Normally I have a little fan here, but we'll just dust that off right quick. Okay. So now I'm gonna just tap this. It's gonna make my under eye really light and bright. And I'm gonna try to stay focused in the center of my face. I don't wanna drag it out too much. Just right here where my cheekbone lies. And then I blend it out with the other brush. I tap it. See? That's like my magic eraser because it has the leftover product from before. So if I ever make a mistake, you can either use a sponge to fix it. And this is just pretty much another way to make a statement, pretty much. Now my eyes look a little bit awake. I'm gonna take some of this translucent powder. It's not actually translucent, it's a yellow powder. And I'm just going to set this makeup too. Whole point of setting makeup is important, especially in the summer to set it. I'm just tapping, 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 and pressing the product into the skin. Okay, I'm pressing the product into the skin. It's important to set your makeup, especially if you're performing, if you're on stage, or if it's summertime, because you don't want your makeup to move. You don't want it to move. You want it to stay in place. And when you're under lights or moving around and doing too much, you tend to sweat. Now, when you put this powder and set your makeup, when you do sweat, it's absorbing the oils. So this is why performers set their makeup, because it's absorbing all the oils that the light, the energy, the movements is going to bring. Okay? So now I'm just gonna dust a little bit of that off. Also, when you have like a little bit of creasing, it's good to just pat that out. Now, I'm gonna take this pen. It's a waterproof liquid eyeliner pen. And this is from Maven Beauty, and this is like a thing from Fashion Nova, the line. And should I do a arch? A nice arch? Let's see, do we want hairs? Like hair like strokes? Because then I will have to do this. Should I go in? I'm trying to think. I'm really feeling the no eyebrows. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we can do a nice rainbow eye without this. The brows, do we really need the brows? But we'll do it for, you want the brows, we're gonna give you the brows, okay? I'm gonna start off with some hair-like strokes, okay? And my brows, they're gonna be, I like them thick. I like them thick. But we're gonna make them a little thin. We're gonna do something different. So this is just to give me a little outline You said bring my brows up here. I put them up there. Okay? You got me out here looking crazy. So I have this other gel liner. This is a gel eyeliner. It's actually just a gel eyeliner. But what we're going to do here is we're going to create a darker brow. I got one brow here. I think I'm going to do a little, I'm going to do this brow a little bit lower. Just a little. So it looks like I'm giving you like the people's eyebrow. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Put this one a little bit lower. And I'm going to create some hair-like strokes. And the brush I'm using is a angled brush with a spoolie at the bottom. Okay. Okay. So my eyebrows, they're not sisters, and they definitely ain't twins. I mean, well, they're not twins, and they're definitely not sisters. Cause they, okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna clean this part, and then we're gonna get to some shout out. Okay. So the way I clean the brow is I take another concealer. You can use the same concealer you have. This one is just a little bit lighter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and clean it like I was doing my brow to go out. We're going to clean up the bottom of it. We're going to brighten what's supposed to be my arch. Okay. So if your brow was a little thick, you can make it thin by just cleaning it up a bit. Okay. So now I have a really, really high arch. I'm not going to swipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to take a brush that's kind of round. Hold on. Let me look for it. A little rounded out. And I'm going to try to stamp it and tap it out just to blend it out a bit. So it gets rid of that harsh line, but we're not moving the brow hairs, okay? So we're getting rid of the harsh line, but we're keeping the color. And I could also use my sponge. It's a little bit faster. Okay. So I cleaned that a bit. Blend that out. I'm just cleaning that up. Right. And I am going to do the same thing I did. I'm going to smooth out the rough, harsh line by tapping the brush. Just tap, tap, tap. And I will, because I have so much space, I'll be here forever if I do it like that. So I'm going to just go in with my sponge. Okay. And we have this brow doing what it needed to do. Okay. So now we're going to get to the rest of the face, because I'm going to put some white stuff on this lid area too. But I want to finish the rest of the face first before I put the eyeliner. No, maybe I should start with the eyeliner. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this primer, and it's from Maven too. It's kind of the same color. And I'm going to prime my lid. The reason why I want to prime my lid is because, as you can see, I am brown. And we need this base to be a little bit brighter because the colors that we're going to put on are going to be bright. And I'm just going to blend out the product that I put on my eye. And we're going to blend it out. And then when it gets to the color, but before we get to the color, we're going to put some powder on our face underneath our eye to catch the fallout. Normally I would do the eyes first, but I literally was going to stop at the blocking of the brow. You inspired me to try to make this look work. I'm going to try my best. Okay, I'm just tapping it out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna apply some powder. This is the same translucent powder. I'm just gonna apply that underneath my eye, like I was gonna bake, but I'm not baking. I just look nuts. I'm gonna look fierce in a little bit, okay?
Break for love.